Sure, yeah. We knew Mankato was going to come out hard today, based on the game yesterday. So we knew that. And they came out, and I thought in our first, we were okay. We survived that. And then in the second, we got outworked, in the first 11 minutes there of the second period. And we talked about that in our timeout. And I thought our response from then on out, we were out there competing, but Mankato came to play. And their goaltender played really well today. And credit Mankato for their response. But we had some really good chances. She played really well. On that power play, we had 10 shots, a lot of rebounds. And so certainly there was effort there. And again, I don't think the score was indicative, of the game today. But just again, we weren't able to find the back of the net there.
Second period, Minnesota State jumps out to an 11-1 edge in shots on goal, and that kind of reflected just the pressure that they were applying. What changed in the second period to allow you guys to not only regain some of that momentum, but really kind of level out the ice again going into the third?
Sure, yeah, we TV timeout there. We talked a little bit about just reset. Let's reset, right? Next 9 minutes, let's finish out this period, make sure we can control what we can control here. And so then we try to use that momentum going into the third period. And that certainly, that power play and getting those shots certainly helped that momentum too. And I thought we had a really good momentum and push in the third period as well. And again, their goaltender came up really big.
How deflating can it be for a group to think they have a tying goal like that and it just doesn't go your way? And so one of those weird plays where you get an early whistle.
Sure, yeah, certainly frustrating, but that's hockey, right? It can go either way, and our group is resilient and really focusing on, okay, there's nothing we can do about it other than go at the next shift and work as hard as we can. So certainly frustrating, but in the same sense, we just put our heads down and went back to work. Again, just resilient.
I was in this room a lot last year after games like this where it was close, it was tight, but it didn't go your way, and it would be on a weekend where they picked up a point or picked up 2 points like last night, and it would kind of feel like, that's something we can build on. But I get the sense that it was a little bit different right now, and Isa talked about how it is frustrating because these are games that not only do they want to win, but they know they can win. Do you see that as a sense that maybe the culture is starting to shift around here a little bit? Sure,
yeah. I think, we've been in a lot of games this season and tight games, and, last night's win was, a big win for us. And so today the expectation was we came out and we played our best, and we talk all the time about, of course we want to win hockey games, but we have to focus on our process. And so if we focus on the things that we can control, that outcome, whatever that is, we can live with. And so for us, our message today was to go out and do the things that we needed to adjust from yesterday. And we felt defensively we needed to make some improvements and kind of focused in on the area. So, we just continue to every game evaluate, every practice, be intentional about what we're doing. And that locker room wants to win hockey games. And so there's that frustration because they know that they can do it. They believe in each other. And so certainly we'll take from this weekend the win from last night and our loss from today and reflect and get back to work on Monday.
When you were out in Finland, Coach Soviak said something really interesting that stuck out, that these players are frustrated when it comes to losing games, but if you go out and you play the way that you're supposed to play and you play a good hockey game, there's nothing to be frustrated about.
Yep.
But at some point, you get to moments like this where they did play a really good game today,
sure,
and they just didn't get the outcome.
Sure.
Is it hard to kind of manage that perspective of kids, right, that are out here and wanting to win? And even when they do everything right, sometimes, like you said,
right,
it's just hockey and it doesn't go your way.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And that's, something that we try to, talk about at every chance that we get. And really, what we are all about is that process and focusing on what we can control. That's sometimes what happens in hockey is you can do all the right things and not have the win outcome. But sometimes you can get the win outcome without all doing the right things, right? So there's both sides of that. But that locker room, that group, they want to win hockey games, and they're competitive and just really love their heart, their compete, and their excitement about what they do every day.
Yeah, obviously this one hurts a lot. Going off of our big game yesterday, like you said, I don't think it resembled the actual game. The score did, but again, there's a lot for us to work on, and we're gonna have to come back on Monday and put in some work. And I thought we did a lot of good things this weekend, but still just continue to work and learn from this weekend, especially today. So
there are a lot of things that you can build off of from this weekend, not just yesterday and the win, but let's look at the second period. I mean, that power play was insane. 10 shots on goal. Mm-hmm. Morgan went 6-0 on faceoffs. What was going right on that power play for you guys?
Yeah, Morgan's face-off wins were big. That gives us possession right away. We can get set up. And then obviously just our puck movement. I think we moved the puck really well, and we had great screens in front of the net, getting those shots through. And it sucks that we couldn't bury one, but lots to learn from that too. Thought our power play was good. Just got to put pucks in the back of the net.
Obviously, the early whistle is kind of the thing that sticks out from that power play. Walk me through what you saw in that play and just maybe how deflating that was.
Yeah, saw the shot go to the net. Gino and Haley were battling in front, and then saw the puck pop loose, rolled onto my stick, put it in, heard the whistle, and obviously, that sucks. But we got more chances from that. So yeah.
The McPherson, the Minnesota State goalie, I mean, she was a stud all day. Just how tough was she to beat today? Yeah,
she was a great goalie today. Got a lot of shots on her. She gave up some rebounds, but we couldn't find the back of the net. Obviously, Gino did, but it would have been nice to get a couple more on her, but she played great.
I think when you kind of go back and look at this game, it's going to be that stretch in the second period where Minnesota State had a lot of that pressure. Is this just going to be a lesson of, hey, these games are 60 minutes and you have to play 60 minutes to win in this league? Yeah,
that's what we've talked about for a long time, playing a full 60. And obviously we got outworked in the second there and a little bit in some other places. But just playing a full 60, playing our game and sticking to what we know how to do.
Lastly, I think, there's been times where, you get a win in a weekend, this team gets a win in a weekend, and it's a good weekend. But it seems like you guys are frustrated and maybe a little disappointed that you didn't get more this weekend. What does that say about maybe the culture changing with this team right now?
Yeah, I think it's big. I think we're expecting to win, and we know we can win, and we know we're in tight games. And it's hard losing some of these games. Obviously, like we talked about, the score didn't resemble the game, but I think we're close in games, and so it hits a little harder when we're close.